Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for November 2022. I hope you guys have had a good week. I am going to go ahead and take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. Also keep in mind that the monthly readings do tend to be a bit predictive in nature. So therefore, if these events are not occurring right now, they may occur in the next few weeks. All right, so let's get started, Sagittarius. Spirit, can I have the energy of Sagittarius for November? Sagittarius. Thank you. All right, Sagittarius, you are starting out with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. It is crossed by the Novice of Wands in the reverse. So you may be wanting a reconciliation with someone. You may not be speaking about it, or you may not be speaking to this person. Let's see what has happened in the past. The Ace of Swords reversed. Yeah, I feel like you're not speaking to someone here. There's definitely a lack of clarity from the past. You may not know if this person is willing or wanting to reconcile. Let's see why all this is happening. Yeah, the Knight of Swords reversed. There could have been an argument. I keep getting that there's no communication, though. Let's see what's on your mind. The Two of Swords. So you may have a decision on your mind, Sagittarius, and you may feel like you don't know what decision to make. So you may be kind of stonewalling. You could be kind of like putting it off, even though you realize that you have to make a decision eventually. Let's see what's happening in November that you may not see coming. Yeah, I want to clarify that for sure, because I'd like to see what it is that you have a decision about. Yeah, you're going to have options open to you, and the only thing is that I see that in the past there was a bit of confusion, there was a lack of clarity. And I'm seeing that you're starting out November here with some lack of clarity as well. But it's almost this energy of you manifesting. And I think you're going to be manifesting so much that you're going to manifest options. It's just that not all of those options are going to be viable. And it might be that you wind up manifesting so many options that you then just become confused as to what to do. This is likely also why you're stonewalling a little bit here on this decision. Let's see how you're showing up in this reading. The Hangman in reverse. So you're looking at things differently than you did before. It's taken you a long time to get there. The energy coming towards you is the Elemental of Pentacles reversed. This could be somebody who has suffered a small loss of finances, or again, this could be the person that you are not speaking to, and they're not speaking with you. Let's see what Spirit's advice is. Spirit's advice, we have the Initiate of Cups. So Spirit's advice is, this is the Queen of Cups in this particular deck. So Spirit's advice is hold back emotionally. Don't just rush in, giving your love to, this situation or this person. Hold back. Your outcome is a Ten of Cups. That's beautiful. So your outcome, some of you, if you're trying to get pregnant, I'm seeing that there could be there could be a pregnancy here. If you're not trying to get pregnant, you might want to be careful there. But I'm seeing complete and emotional fulfillment. I'm seeing the possibility of family and community coming together. And I feel like this is just a great sense of emotional fulfillment by the end of the month. And it is very much tied to your manifestations. Interesting. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. It is in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and this speaks to not really being happy. It speaks to an underlying feeling of dissatisfaction and, in all likelihood, kind of isolating oneself, not really going out, not really feeling like going out with friends, or, you know, if maybe not dating. There's just a sense of kind of isolating oneself and a general sense of unhappiness. Now, let's begin to clarify. Spirit, why is the Five of Pentacles in reverse? I feel like you have experienced a loss. This could even be financial. If this is about finances, you may have experienced a financial loss, but if so, you will be recovering that in the month of November. Or your goal is to recover that, and I feel that that's what you're working towards. But you're not speaking about it. You're not talking about it. I feel like if this has to do with finances, you don't want your business out there to just anybody. If this is in relationship, you're desiring a reconnect with somebody. All right, so we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Knight of Swords reversed. Now, the Knight of Swords reversed is why all this is happening. So I feel like if this has to do with finances, there may have been an investment that there was a bad investment, and you may have lost some money. I feel like somebody would have advised you inaccurately. Somebody either didn't tell you something you needed to know, or somebody didn't tell you, or they withheld information, or they may have even lied to you about an investment. But I see an investment of some sort having gone wrong. You're going to recoup that money. So, for relationship purposes, I see that there may have been an argument. There is definitely someone that you're not speaking to whoever this applies to. There's a lack of communication and a lack of investment into the connection. And I'm also seeing that your patience has run out with this situation. You definitely want to speak with somebody. You would like to bring this connection back together. Why is the Novice of Wands here? Why is the Novice of Wands here? The Chariot, the Strength card, the Ace of Pentacles reversed. There's that loss again. Yeah, there's that loss again. I feel like the situation is not moving forward. If this is financial, I see the loss, and it was a sizable loss. But, and I feel like you kind of have lost your passion for whatever this is. But the situation is going to move forward. You just have to be strong. You have to maintain your fortitude here. For relationship purposes, I'm seeing that this situation is going to change, and it's going to move forward quickly when it does move forward. But right now, there's just no communication. And So there's a need for you to work on yourself. There's some things within yourself right now that you need to be overcoming. I'm also seeing that the reason someone is not speaking is because their pride is standing in the way. There's a prideful energy here. Somebody is sitting in pride, and that therefore they're refusing to come forward with communication. But they want to. You both want to. You both want to move the situation forward. But somebody is sitting in pride. Let's see why the Ace of Swords is in reverse. No, thank you, Spirit. We have Leo, sign Leo. I see Cancer is here. Libra, Taurus. All right, we have Justice in reverse, Libra again. We have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Empress. Yeah, somebody behaved badly. I feel like there was a lie. I feel like there was an out-and-out lie. It led to a lot of distress. It led to an argument, and it led to a lot of distress. Somebody was like crying over this. There was anxiety and just losing sleep, and just it really put someone in a very anxiety-filled space in their life. And it was because of some wrongdoing. It was because somebody decided to do the other person wrong. I feel like this is your energy here of the anxiety, because what happened is you pulled out of that, Sagittarius, and somebody is seated here in the Empress energy. Now, it looks like a lie. It looks like a big lie. And I feel like you kind of pulled back. You saw this then for what it was. It was shocking to you at first. And I feel like there may have been an argument, but then we see, and there's the lack of clarity has to do with, why did this person do this? Like, you can't understand why this person did this. So the two of you stopped talking, and you stopped investing. They stopped investing. You both want to speak. You both want to talk. Everything ended. There was a loss. You both want to talk, but at the same time, somebody is in pride. They're sitting in pride. You would like to make amends. You'd like to reconcile with this person. But I do see you seated in the Empress energy, Sagittarius, and this is a very good energy. This energy is one of receiving. It's one of abundance. And it's a very gentle, nurturing energy. So this is a very nice energy. Let's see why the Knight of Swords is here. All right, we have the Fool. And we have the Emperor. Oh, okay, so some of you might be in a spiritual connection. We have the Emperor, we have the Empress. Be interesting to see if we see Temperance. We have the Strength card depicting the twin flame symbol. But why all this is happening? Well, because there's two people not talking here. And the masculine energy is desiring a new beginning. I feel like, Sagittarius, you are the feminine energy. I feel like you were the one who was wronged. And I feel like you're also desiring a new beginning. You're desiring a reconciliation. You both want the same thing, but nobody's budging. But this is all happening because the masculine has now come to the conclusion that they want this new beginning. But they're holding back. They're holding back because of pride. Now, if this has to do with finances, in the past, I see that something happened. There was a lie of some sort. Justice in reverse. There may have even been legal implications, and it would have gone in a negative way. It would have been very stressful. It would have been, and it may not even be over for some of you. Yeah, it might not be over. Interesting. But it was very stressful. I do feel like for the ones of you that it is over, it went in your favor because you have this Empress energy. I'm also seeing that, again, if this is financially related, some of you guys are keeping something quiet, and it's that you may be starting something new. It might be your own business because we have the Fool here. You might be striking out on your own, being your own boss, or you may be getting a promotion, a level up, and having a new beginning, but it's not being talked about. And I do feel that it was, it could be a place where you worked previously and you've returned to that place. So take it as it applies to you. Why is the Two of Swords here? Why is the Two of Swords here? So Sagittarius, you have a decision to make, and I feel like you are delaying this decision for some reason. Oh, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the King of Swords in the reverse. So you're delaying the decision because of fear. There's, so you have an air sign, possibly, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. They could just have strong air in their chart, or it just could be they're taking this, taking on the qualities of an air sign. But it's almost like you're afraid that somebody's going to be angry if you create this ending. There's an ending, so you're trying to decide about an ending. So some of you, like if this is job related, you might be afraid that when you end something, that person's going to be angry. For others, if this is relationship related, you're kind of thinking about the ending that occurred, whatever happened that the two of you are not talking, and you may be angry about it, or you may think that they are angry, that they feel betrayed and angry. But these are your thoughts. This is what's going through your mind. You may feel that this person cut you out, and there's some kind of decision that you're making, and you're taking these things into consideration. Now let's see how November's going for you. So we have the Seven of Cups. You start out with some confusion. Let's see, why is the Seven of Cups here, Spirit? Show me November for Sagittarius. Spirit. All right, so we have the Sun in reverse. We have the Six of Coins, Nine of Cups, we have the Star in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse. That's your underlying energy. we have the Ten of Cups reversed. Now you have the Ten of Cups in the upright in your outcome. We have the Four of Cups reversed, Page of Cups reversed, and the Magician. Okay, so let's see what we've got. All right, Sagittarius. So you start the month out in this manifesting mode. You're ending the month also in this manifesting mode. Again, I'm seeing the twin flame symbol being very prominent here. Now, I feel like you have some confusion, and it's because you have options, and you realize that not every option you have is going to be good for you. And so in the very beginning of the month, we have the Sun in reverse. This is that underlying feeling of being dissatisfied and unhappy. And it feels like that because there may be a sense of not having all the information. And remember, that was part of why you were stonewalling this decision as well. So there's a general unhappiness, discontentment, and not really being able to see everything that you need to see. Feeling like you just don't know what you need to know here. That maybe some things are being hidden from you. I do see that you are coming across as very generous, and that's good. Yeah, I see you as being very generous, especially in the very beginning of November. There's a sense of generosity. So be careful with that. And there's a wish here. Because you're generous, there's a wish. There's something here that you're going to get a wish granted. Something that you want. You're going to get some wish. It's associated with you being generous. It may have to do with financial. And that will be around the second week of November. But there seems to be some kind of imbalance that occurs mid-month. This imbalance occurs because there is a hope or a dream of yours that seems to go sideways. And then we see you become very unhappy. So it's like your emotions are a roller coaster throughout the month of November. There's something that causes you mid-November to become imbalanced and unhappy. And this is when we see you kind of staying in the house or not going out and feeling unhappy, dissatisfied. Towards the third week, there's a overall sense of unhappiness, a general sense of dissatisfaction emotionally. And it's because of a missed opportunity. You may feel like someone is ignoring you, or it may be because somebody feels that you've ignored them and they've pulled away. But there's a sense of someone having ignored someone else, and there's a missed opportunity associated with that. It causes you to have an immature response of pulling back emotionally, kind of shutting down emotionally. And then we see you go back into this manifestation mode. So it's like November is something of a roller coaster for you, where you're unhappy and then you're happy and then you're unhappy, and then you kind of shut down and you begin the manifesting again. So I'm not sure what's going on here, Sagittarius, but I can see that your emotions are kind of up and down, okay? So let's look at your energy here. Yeah, and I'm seeing a missed opportunity here. This could be also an apology that didn't come. Either you didn't give an apology or you didn't receive an apology, and it's causing a missed opportunity, and this is what the unhappiness here is associated with. You may be manifesting the apology from the other person, and it doesn't come. And at that point, Sagittarius, you have to ask yourself, because it's that stubborn energy, you have to ask yourself, are you the one that's sitting in pride, or is it the other person, or is it possibly both of you? So let's look at your energy here. Now, you have the Hangman in reverse. So this tells me that you are going to, after a very long time, sorry about that, after a very long time, you are going to begin to look at things differently. And I feel like somebody, I don't know why that keeps happening, I feel like somebody's going to help you. It's almost like you have friends who are going to kind of open your eyes a little bit to a reality or to something, and it's going to help you to see something differently. All right, so yeah, we have the confusion clearing up. The confusion you start the month out with, you won't end with. It's clearing up. And you narrow down your options. King of Wands in the reverse. This is your energy here, and it does tell me that the confusion is clearing up, but your vibration is not back up where it should be. You're kind of low vibrational a little bit here. And then we have the Hangman again. So this has to do with your vibration kind of being in this this low vibration has been in place for a long time. This will change. This is going to change, and it's going to come about through clarity, and that clarity is going to come because somebody is going to basically, it looks like friends, it could be family members, but someone is going to basically help you to release yourself from this low vibrational energy, and they're going to help you to look at things differently, to see something differently. It's going to be through the help of someone else that this is going to happen. Because you've been in this energy for a while, it looks like. This up and down energy. And some of you, it looks like there's a low-level depression, possibly. One moment. One of your cards fell. All right. So the energy coming towards you is this person who is not speaking. We have the High Priestess. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. And we have the Four of Coins reversed. So the person that is coming towards you, this is a very intuitive person. They have been up in their head and worried and stressed, and they're releasing this energy. This is someone who's very intuitive. They might be more on the quiet side, or they keep some things to themselves. This is also somebody who could be very psychic or just very intuitive. But this person is freeing themselves. They're letting go of the things that caused this stress and anxiety. They're releasing that. They're freeing themselves from this overthinking and obsessing about, whatever this is that caused the two of you not to speak. And I feel like they're releasing and letting it go. But they're also becoming more vulnerable, which is a good thing. So we see you becoming, or you looking at things differently and them becoming more vulnerable. So that's a good thing. Let's see why the Queen of Cups is in reverse. Now this is in Spirit's advice. Okay, Page of Wands. Now this is the Page of Wands in, oh no, it's a Page of Pentacles, my bad. All right, we have the Lovers in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. So Spirit is saying there is going to be communication. Definitely going to be communication. But when the communication, it's going to be with the person that you're not on the same page. And you're being directed here to just hold back emotionally. You know, don't just put everything out there all at once. The communication is going to start small, and then it's going to increase, okay? You may still not agree completely, so be aware of that. Also be aware that there's someone here that is refusing to make a decision. That looks like it's you, because you're reluctant to make a decision. But I am seeing that there's a Spirit is guiding you to not just jump in with both feet, but there's also an indication here that you may be emotionally unavailable right now, Sagittarius. So be aware of that as well, because that's not going to help you. But I am seeing that there's going to be communication coming forward. Now, you end with the Ten of Cups, which is complete emotional fulfillment. So that's good. So let's see why the Ten of Cups is here. I don't see the two of you getting on the same page by the end of the month, but I do see that there's going to be communication. It's going to start small, and it is going to grow. All right, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so the King and Queen of Pentacles is the Emperor and the Empress in a lower vibration. This would, for the most part, indicate to me that Sagittarius, I feel like, again, you are the feminine energy, and the emotional ups and downs is having an effect on this connection. We do see both the Emperor and the Empress in the upright here. But in your outcome, again, I'm seeing very happy and fulfilled, and then unhappy. So I do feel it's going to wind up with that happiness. And I do see that there is going to be a union, but it's going to take some time to get there. And that is going to be because of the emotional ups and downs of the feminine energy. But I do see it coming together. I see there being, you know, going from a loss to an even greater come up. And if this is financial, I see that there will be increasing talks. Don't put your heart on the line, but there will be increasing talks, and you will increase. So if you're planning to move from one job to the other, I see you by the end of the month sealing a deal, and you'll be making even more. But it will require you to end something somewhere else. If it's an investment, you will have a loss, but you will have, and by the way, you'll be very happy. But if this is about an investment, there is a loss that you start out with, and you will regain more than what you lost. And you will be happy about that. You'll have a reason to celebrate. So you basically end the month becoming actually happy about a loss, because the come up is even better. So this missed opportunity leads you to manifest, and when you manifest, you're going to get even better than what you've lost. And I do see that happening either at the end of the month or close to, it could be going into the next month. I do see a loss, but it's going to, and you're going to be unhappy about that. That's not going to help with the ups and downs emotionally, but I'm seeing that through your manifestation. And Sagittarius, I have to say that you are strongly, strongly manifesting in the month of November. You're going to be even more happy because I see you having a huge reason to celebrate. And imagine if you're able to manifest with the ups and downs emotionally, imagine how you can manifest if you were steady, on a steady high vibration. So that might be something to look at. Now, bottom of the deck is the Hermit. Could be dealing with a Virgo, but you don't have to be. This is underlying energy, and it tells me that you are going to be a little bit reclusive. We talked about that. A lot of you guys are not really in the mood to be going out and hanging out with friends or, you know, dating or what have you. But during this time, you're doing a lot of healing, and you're doing a lot of soul searching, and you're trying to figure things out. And you are going to, because we see that you have a changed perspective by the end of the month. So it's going to be a roller coaster, but I think that you're going to be growing and learning a lot in this month. And for anything you've lost, you're going to gain much more. All right, I'm going to pull you an oracle card. Wow, okay, that was fast. All right, so you have number 29, rituals and offerings. And that sounds about right because you are doing some manifestation. So let's, I'm going to read this directly. So one moment, you find that. All right, it says, there is a time to work alone and a time to join and raise power with others. And this is that time, dear one. It is time to make a pilgrimage with like-minded others to a sacred place with a goal. This place could be near or far, but it must be to a place which holds the enchantments of the in-between. You must step beyond the everyday and become a part of the powers of the other world for a time, in order to bring more of that magic through to the everyday world in which you reside. When you do this, be it alone or with others, you will be returning the light to the world, reminding others of the power of hope and restoring a sense of the sacred to your own self. It is time to bring the light back to the world and to offer it up for others to make use of, however they wish. It is time for you to undertake this pilgrimage and to step away from the structure of the everyday, from all the things that seem to define us, and become what divines us, what makes us closer again to our true spirit. Light a candle, go to a temple, visit a grove, a sacred pool, a quiet place where the divine whispers through the trees. With grace, humility, and awareness, make your offering to the great spirits all about us. When you do this, the borders and the barriers between the world of magic and the ordinary world will thin as they vanish, and in one beautiful expanse of time, all will be one. All will be beautiful, and all will be as it truly is once again. Let there be listening and reverence and quietness in your footsteps. Let your sense of self fall away, and let the other world speak to you, so that you become one again, part of the light of the world. And ease the suffering of all those who have fallen into the traps of lost hope, denial of spirit, and forgotten wisdom. Bring it back, bright soul, with a simple ritual that you now make And when you do this, the kitsune will be with you, invisible as air, as present as a scent of flowers, as real as a blessed earth herself. Wow. And that really is all about manifestation. I told you, Sagittarius, right now, like your ability to manifest is really, really strong. I don't think you're going to be really so much doing this with others. I see you doing a lot of this on your own, but there will be some time spent with others, because this is what's going to give you this this change in the way you're viewing things. So, and that's definitely something that's going to be important for you. All right, I hope this has been helpful for you, Sagittarius. If you're interested in a private reading, the information is in the box beneath the reading. And if you would, please subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to, leave a comment. I read them all. Until I see you in the next reading, the weekly readings, namaste.